This video, we will learn how to calculate financial ratios in Python. Let's do price to free cash flow. Why is price to free cash flow important? This ratio compares a company's valuation to its cash generating ability. The free cash flow is the leftover cash a company has after operations and capital expenditures. Therefore, this is the money that could be paid back to shareholders, pay down debt, and invest back into the company. We can use the price to free cash flow to compare companies to see which stock is trading at a discount. This could signal that the stock is undervalued. Now that we understand what price to free cash flow is, let's get to coding. First, let's import the needed Python libraries. Next, since we are getting financial statements, which have a lot of line items, I want to maximize the columns I can see in my data frames. Next, let's create a custom function to get cash flow statements. We will use the Yahoo Query Libraries cash flow function, and the frequency Q stands for quarterly, while the A stands for annually. We will force the as of date to become the index. Since cash period is not important data to us, we will only return the columns starting from the second column. In this video, we are using the free cash flow statement, but Yahoo Query also allows you to pull balance sheets and income statements. If you want to learn how to do that, check out my coding video on the top right. Finally, we want to clean up this dataset and ensure duplicates do not appear. Therefore, we can use the duplicate function and say only keep the first instance. We can print our new data frame where we can dynamically change the frequency. This custom function becomes helpful when we analyze multiple stocks at once. Now that we can calculate a stock's price to free cash flow ratio, we can compare competitors in similar industries to see which stocks are trading at a discount. This style of investing is value investing, where investors look for stocks that appear undervalued by the market. The market may discount stocks because the short-term headwinds and market sentiment may be negative. But if the fundamentals of the company are strong, then stocks may be a good investment for the long term. Since price to free cash flow measures how much investors are paying for real usable cash, we can see which stocks have a low price to free cash flow. This means that investors are willing to pay less per dollar in free cash flow compared to other companies. In Python, we can create a list of stocks we want to compare against. Let's look at the rideshare and food delivery sector. We can add Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart, and Uber to our list. We want to save the results in a dictionary for future analysis. Next, we can perform a for loop that gathers the cash flow statement for each stock and then calculate the price to free cash flow for us. We will also return the most recent free cash flow value, the free cash flow from 3 years ago, and the $% changes. We can see that Lyft trades at only a price to free cash flow of 6. This means that investors are paying $6 for every $1 of free cash flow the company generates. In contrast, investors are paying a premium for Uber. Investors are willing to pay $22 for every dollar of free cash flow the company generates. This means that on a free cash flow basis, investors are paying for Uber 3.7 times more compared to Lyft. But this premium could be justified. Uber has a larger market share compared to Lyft. Uber operates internationally, while Lyft only exists in the US and Canada, so investors are paying for the moat Uber has. However, Lyft increased their free cash flow by 500%, turning the company into a positive cash generating business even with a smaller market share. Lyft grew their free cash flow faster compared to DoorDash and Instacart, which both trade at a premium of 42 and 18 respectively. With Lyft's free cash flow increasing and discount value on a price to free cash flow basis, it could be argued that Lyft is undervalued. If you want to hear my opinion on Lyft stock, check out my video on the top right. Now you know how to get financial statements in Python, create financial ratios, and compare these metrics against other stocks. If you found this video helpful, consider clicking the subscribe button and watch more coding tutorials on the channel. It helps out this channel and I appreciate your support. Thank you for coding with me on Intrendias, and I will see you all in the next one.